right, today we have a 2022 BMW 530i xDrive. So this is the refreshed, I think they call this G31, and my diesel is the G30, so the pre-refresh, but the interior is basically the same. I'm still trying to debate on whether that screen is bigger or not, but it's got a different interface than what mine has. Mine has, I guess, a previous gen of iDrive. This one has something called the sports displays, which is pretty cool. Let's give a quick look here. I don't know, that was maybe what, 13 psi of boost or something like that. And then this one has the digital gauge cluster. So this one does not appear to have cooled seats, but it does have perforated seats that look like they should be cooled. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's just simply like an upgraded leather or what. It is actually very nice. It's very soft, very comfortable. BMWs can be hit or miss with seat comfort. And apparently I triggered it when I said BMW, so there must be a setting on that makes it listen to me. Cancel.
Good morning. It's good to see you. What can I help you with?
Cancel.
All right. See you later.
So I guess I better not say the B word anymore, because it will listen to me. So that's kind of cool. Mine does not have a feature like that. And yeah, I like some of the settings on this. So what I'm gonna do is get to my favorite 0 to 60 spot up here, and then we'll do an 0 to 60 run using my race box. That's been a pretty cool purchase. I saw, I think it was Redline Reviews using one of those, and that's how I got the idea to get one of those. I've used that in a few of my other videos. But yeah, overall I really like this car, even with a 4-cylinder engine. So we're about to see what the performance is like. Make sure nobody's coming. And I just do a mat the pedal for an 0 to 60. So do we get 6.65? That's not too bad. It's about a second off of what my diesel got, but still pretty respectable. The engine's very quiet. Through the sunroof you can hear the turbo a little bit. Let me see now that I'm up against some trees. Let's see if we can get some turbo. Sometimes it can be a little quiet. Very, I would say refined is the word I'm looking for. Now, one thing that I wasn't necessarily a fan of on that launch is it seems to be rather sluggish off the line, like it purposefully retards the boost. I'm gonna actually, well, try to find a place here to turn around and do another 0 to 60 or 2. I may be able to turn around at the end of this road up here and do another acceleration run. This time when I floor it, I'm gonna hold the camera on the sport display instead of on the race box, so we can see if my theory that the boost doesn't really kick in until you get moving is true, and I don't think it's that the turbo isn't capable of doing the boost at lower RPMs. I think it's just programmed that way. But you know what? I'm also going to put it in sport mode, and we'll just leave it there in sport mode and see if that gives more responsive acceleration. One thing I noticed too is this light bar, it lights up evenly all the way across, where it's kind of uneven on mine, and I know that's a common issue on at least the G30s. I was unaware of it while the car was still under warranty, otherwise I would have looked into getting that replaced. Yeah, just that little quick blast there, it didn't seem like much of a difference. Now let's see here, this might be wide enough for me to do a U-turn. A little more traffic on that road. It's got a pretty good turning radius. Yeah, overall, I probably would buy one of these. I am very curious what the new 5 Series is going to be like. I know they're pushing that i5 quite a bit. I probably will never buy an electric car in my life. You're kind of getting forced into buying hybrids now, because everybody's got a what do they call it? MHEV, mild hybrid. I don't think this has any of that, but yeah, it's getting to the point where I'm guessing the next generation is all going to have some electric assistance of some sort. You know, that's okay. That's all well and good. I don't think it's as good for the environment as all these people think it is, because you have extra batteries that will eventually have to be disposed of. You have the production of the electricity, the mining of the chemicals that go into making the battery. I mean, there's a lot of stuff these people don't think of for these hybrid vehicles. So I'm sure they have their fans, but I think they're a bit misguided. Let's see here. I think I can probably stop here real quick. I don't know how fast I'll get, but yeah, you see how that boost builds really slowly. And by the way, that time I did get a little bit better, 0 to 60, but of course there was a little bit of downhill there. And I'm definitely not a fan of doing the brake torque or anything like that. I personally think that's a little rough on the transmission. But let's see, I'm gonna do one more right at the end of this section right here. Just come to a quick stop, give it a second, and I'm gonna just watch for that truck. There we go. Yeah, so we dropped down a little bit. It seems like the peak boost is pretty good. I don't know what that was. That was maybe about 16 PSI. So, what else do I have to say about this? Oh, it's pleasant to drive. This one I think has a smaller wheel size than mine does. Mine has the 19s, 245/40 19s, and that may be part of why that pothole took that tire out. You can see that in my other video. But this one I think has 18s on it. It gives it a little bit of a smoother, cushier ride, having the 18s on it. And, but it still seems to handle just as well. The road holding is just as good. And, yeah, I do like this. Normally, I'm all about getting like the first or second year of a new body style of a car. But I think because of my familiarity with this body style, it's really too bad they don't offer a diesel anymore, because I'd be all over it to get a new BMW diesel if I had that opportunity. But I don't. Let's give a quick little burst here. Yeah, even when you punch it, it seems like the boost is slow to build. And I am still in sport mode. There are no settings, to my knowledge, to make the exhaust louder. No crackles and pops or anything like that. So this is much more leaning toward the luxury side than the sporty side, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. I do tend to like, I like both. I mean, it just depends on the actual car or whatever. And yeah, so that's about it for what I have to say about this car. If you get an opportunity, I highly recommend taking one out for a spin. And drop the phone there, because it's very unusual to see a cop on this road. I wonder if he's escorting those trucks or something like that. But yeah, I wasn't going too much over the speed limit at that moment. I think that's like literally the first time I've ever seen a cop on this road. But we'll head up here. And oh, that G meter is kind of cool. Yeah, the boost seems a little inconsistent, like in the lower gears. It doesn't boost as much, but okay, well, have a great day, everyone.